Hello and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Ivan, and in the last episode I think we finished all of the blue only sciences, even the upgrade. So red science is next, but before we do that we need to finish setting up our mall. I think one of the big reasons to set up the mall is the oil stuff and the chemical plants and all of that. But we didn't yet. We are also lacking in power, so that was a big issue in the previous episode. So let's set up some power now. Power. I'm going to set up such power facilities. We need to burn fuel in them, and it has the conversion rate of 80%, which means that 20% of the energy is lost, I believe. So like this one is 6.3 megajoules, but the only thing we get out of it is 80% of that. So that's around 5 megajoules-ish. And that means one of these burned them in 2.5 seconds ish. But that's the graphite, and a graphite is 6.3 made out of 2 coal. And so let's quickly look at it. What I'm trying to say is, do we want to use smelters to turn it into graphite, or do we just burn the coal itself? So 630 or 270. 270 means 5.4 for 2 of them. We need 2 of them to make 1 of them. So 5.4, 6.3. So that's 0.9 higher. But to make one, a smelter needs to run for 2 seconds. And a smelter here is 360, so that's 720. So the gain is 180 kilowatts, kilojoules, sorry, kilowatts in 1 second, 180. So I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to just plop down a few miners, plop down a few power plants, and then when we get to oil stuff, I'm going to burn that instead. That's my plan for now. This is nice though. This, yeah. This patch got beautifully mined, I think. Oh, and here we have one of those misalignment issues. Like this row doesn't completely... No, never mind, it's minor. I didn't place it on a tile at all, so of course it's misaligned with the tile when it's not on the tile. So belts, nice. We have many belts, many, not many. Well, they are quite small as well, I guess. I want to get rid of some copper. I'm going to limit this chest. Oh, I already did. That's nice. So let's dump it in. Did I need more science? I needed the red science for all of this, I think. I think we did all of the sciences we aren't really going to use yet anyway. Yeah, we're actually... Oh, no. No, this is red science. Yeah, no, that's confusing. It doesn't need the blue science, but it actually needs the red one, so that's next tier. And there we go. Now this is early access, so we can't get the accelerant. I don't know what that's going to be good for, but it's probably going to be good for something. There we go. Let's see if we have more power plants now. We don't need that many. 20 should be way more than we need. So let's just plop these down. I guess this I guess like everything else in the world, is going to be temporary. But we'll see. So 3, 6. Oh, yeah, let's do some counting here. So we have 6 vanes, 8 vanes, and 4 vanes. That's 18 vanes. Is that a full belt? 18, 30. Yeah, that's a full belt. It's way more than a full belt, actually. So this, oh, this, yeah, this is 4. This is 8. So maybe 8. That's 4 a second, because it's half, right? So 4, that's 7. So this one should be by itself, or we should get faster belts. But I think that's the next science. Yeah, it's fine. Now, these ones, that's cool. They only burn for like 1 second, so I think 6 is fine. Let's see how that functions, at least. Until we get faster and better stuff, that we'll have to do. So we do power. Is this connected? Yeah. Ah, good. So 15, and it should probably just go straight up to whatever we need. Full satisfaction already. Beautiful. Now, when it is at full satisfaction, the speed they burn goes down a bit. So sometimes, well, the belt will fill with coal, even though we can't really add any more, because when it runs at full capacity and so on, it won't really run. So you go here, back to this stuff. Let's see, you, oh, go here. Let's see, we can at least pick up some of these, right? Yeah. So we need engines, and engines, that's one of the things we are going to need quite a few of. So I want to set that up as soon as possible. And by as soon as possible, I guess I mean right now. So, engines. That would be here. It's both iron products and coils. Wow, looking for words much? Okay. So if we do it sneakily, we just set it up here. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not a monster. I'm going to add more here. That's good. Now I do know that we need a few of these. So let's build them. We need the coils as well, right? So do we want them between here? The reason for leaving all of this space here is to be able to do exactly that. So we have room between here. That means we can thinking. I don't know. I'm going to do it here where I was planning to do it. So that means we can do a belt here and here. Good. And you are not going to make this item, you're going to make engines. And let's Copy, paste. Good. So then we need to connect on both sides here. And now I'm thinking that maybe we should make the not there. We need this belt here for the out. Yeah, between is good. I was just thinking that we need more of these, but I actually don't think we do. This is one of the things where many people disagree with me, I think. But I don't think a mall should be able to build everything at full speed all the time, because it buffers and then it stops. Like, these ones are full, this one is full, this one is going to take a while. The belts are going to take a while, but stuff like the miners, I have 17 miners now, so let's remove 3. This is always going to be full. This is always going to be full as well, because the time it takes to get 50 of these isn't very long. So that's my thinking here. If something goes way too slow, let's limit this. Jeez. Oh, it's 100 though. That's a nice stack. Let's limit this to, yeah, let's do 2 stacks actually, and this one 2 stacks, fine. So even if it seems slow, slow is fine, completely fine, as long, this is where the wisdom comes in, some Avon wisdom. It doesn't matter if it's slow, as long as it builds it faster than we consume them. Wisdom. So, here, this is good. It can move on from here as well for anything else that needs it. We can even go up a level and back down if need be. So, that's there. These are building. Good. Good. Ah, that's nice. We have the tier 2 inserters already. I don't like the tier 1s in this game because they're so extremely slow. So tier 2s is where it's at. And as some of you might have noticed, I don't have a storage chest between these because I'm not going to use any of them. Not ever. So, what was the next part? Now we have the storage tank. Did we want water pumps in here? That's where the engines go as well. Let's do water pumps. They need engines, but we can either rig it, which I think is bad for them all, but we might do it anyway, as in feed it, because we aren't going to need many water pumps in the game. I think maybe like 3. No, I don't know how many. So that's stone, this one. These ones require stone as well, right? Yeah, so we might just pull this belt out a bit. And then we have the iron. This one needs iron, but these don't, I think. No. So we just drag it over this and see what we need. And then it needs grains. Here. I don't think it needs any of these. I don't think so. We have all of this. So let's see. Maybe for the labs. I don't think we're going to make labs in the mall though. We should. We should. Let's see. I lost my train of thought. So grains, we have those. Iron, we have that. squirrel a bit. We have that. And we need glass. So let's do smelter 1. Get the recipe. 2 and 3. And then we set up a belt for that somewhere. Not sure where it's going to end up yet. But let's make it there. And like so. Belt. Belt. And inserter. Good, good, good. Purple. Oh, we have 100 of them. That's magical. So, with the glass, we also want to make these. And those need these. So maybe instead of... Can we do something with it here? We probably can. Yeah, let's think about that when we get that far. Because this one, they do need a box. Because we are going to use a lot of them. So I'm thinking that we have the upgraded one here. Or not upgraded, but the power tower. And what we could do before we do anything else is maybe have 2 between, so we can have 2 belts here just in case we need to. I think that's a good idea, so I'm going to do that. So not here, but here. That's going to make the outserting a lot slower. 45 a minute, and this one moves at 1 trip a second. So so it's fast enough, definitely fast enough. Good. Oh, this is so good. We are already like set 263. That's nice. So you also go 1, 2, and recipe. So we have the water pump. You need the engines. Do we care enough to bring the engines all the way just for that one thing? Let's see what else needs the engines. It's just those 2. So here's what we can do. This is what we're going to do for now. One of the magical temporary solutions. This. I like that we can keep it open while placing inserters here. And then out. Okay. And it needed the engines. Let's see how many engines we can shove into that. That's 10. Oh, that's, yeah, that's 8. That's 5 more, sure, 14. And click and click. How many do they need each? They need 4, okay. So that is a bit. I was thinking that maybe we could put a bunch of engines in here. But it doesn't seem to be an amazing way to do it. So maybe I drag the belt. I don't want to drag the belt. I really don't want to. I really don't want to use any of the water pumps anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I'm also going to build a storage box. Because when we are done with them all, it's going to take a while, of course. But then we'll see how much room we have left. I don't know yet. I have no clue, actually. But we are going to need more stuff for the next things. And we're going to need to get the glass in and everything. Anyway, let's talking more making. So, oil extractor is that something we can do now? It probably is. But that means we're done with iron, right? So if we do that, we want to import steel here. But we need iron for that steel. Maybe we import it here. That's awkward. It's really awkward. Maybe we make it here from the excess iron. Let's see how that works. If we place a smelter here. Let's look at the speed first, because that might be too slow even for me. 1 every 3 seconds, and how many? 12. So that's 36 seconds each. That's actually fine. Yeah, I'm going to do it. No, if I do this, we're going to use the space, and I don't want to do that. So did we make... Yeah, we did. So let's not pave it.
A terrain leveling tool, yet we cannot use it to change the planetary landforms at will. We can only level the surface to ground zero. If the foundation is used for high grounds, it will gain soil pile.
So this was...
If it is used on the ocean or
this needs steel. This is oil. This is the actual oil refinery and things.
Choose a kind of decoration, or without decoration, even only surface level.
So that would be... Let's start with the pumps, extractors. Okay. So if we don't need these anymore, we can have something on this belt. So let's see how many. This needs glass. Okay, so maybe we should start by doing that. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll start with these. Chemical plant. These two. Oil extractor and oil refinery. So you are extractor and you are refinery. So that means we're going to have a belt here. Because we need green chips, right? Yeah. We do. So we drag it out. And your stone, and this is steel. I want steel on the inside here. Yeah, I'm going to get it here, I think. So that's one from the box. Let's see. One from the box. Big belt. Here. That is steel. Moves here. It's hard to do that with levels. So, how are we doing on iron? We're doing fine over here. So that means let's look at the numbers quickly. 1 second and 3. So it's 1 to 1. So that means we can do some smelting here. 1, 1. Let's do 2. Oh, and set recipe. Well, it doesn't matter if we set it first. It's 2 machines. Steel and steel. So plop, plop, plop. This is a weird location to place it. I didn't really consider the location, but nah, this is fine, completely fine. So here, and then we bring the ore here. So if we remove 1, 2, 3, and 4, then we do this. I think I'm going to priority split. Am I though? Does that matter? I don't think it matters. There we go. And power pull. Oh, in the middle. That's nice. Good. So we just need to build this now. And how are we doing on power? We're doing amazing on power. Let's see. And we need the inserters from this belt, like so. Okay, so it looks like this place is covered anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's priority split or not. It's completely fine. So this makes 1 every 3 seconds. Maybe we do 1 every 1 second just for fun. Because the only power is like the, as in the power drain, which is 12 kilowatts. So it's not that massive. If it fills up though, and we notice that it's never going to be used, we can just delete one of them. So we need chests for these. We need a limit of 2. 2. And this is the glass component, yes. So we have steel in, stone in, and stone in, and then product out. And green in, levitating across the water, because now we're going to make the glass stuff. And the glass stuff was made from this stuff. And to get it out, I think we have to either use an inserter or a splitter, but a splitter takes a bit more room, so we have to make a tiny squiggle, I think. I'm going to see if we have room for this version of it. No, it does collide with the green belt on the side there. So that means we might as well just build it here. Good. So here, and then you move on here. Then we have a split up top, which we will keep the height of over here. I think. Are we going to build it over here? Yeah, I like it. I like it. This is where we have the misalignment. Okay, so we've got to C1. Here you see that the grid is completely misaligned. And that looks a bit wonky on the belts. So here we can do a split with a splitter. I guess the splitter needs to be on land. So let's make some land, I guess. Plus to add size. Plus on numpad and minus on numpad for that. Let's see. This is good. Let's see how the misalignment misaligns. Just a bit awkward. Yeah, the belts look very funny when it comes to those, but that's the reason for not wanting to build arrays in that direction. You want to build them east-west if they're going across something like that. So, let's see. But we actually don't need the glass to go there. We need the next part in the process to go there, and that's this. And that's made in an assembler. It makes 1 a second. How many do we need? That's 2 every 2 seconds. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So let's make 2 of each, I think. Let's see. Let's try it. This is also, I'm just at the misalignment line now. So I'm going to place it a bit further down to make it a bit less awkward. So 2. And then 2. So you are going to make these. Copy paste. And you are going to make these. Copy paste. And this only takes glass. And glass is this. Yeah, that doesn't look that bad. It's just slightly shifted. And this is the input and these. And this one, this is a funny thing. Instead of putting it here, I can put it in the middle. Because there's room for that. And that's one of the tiny details. Well, it's not tiny really, but it's one of the details I enjoy. So, getting rid of some of the glass. We need the inserters going across, and going in, and going... What's with the angle there? That's... Yeah, that's strange. Oh, it's because the belt isn't long enough, I think. Sometimes that happens, yeah. So if that happens with anyone, it doesn't connect, just try to drag the belt a bit longer, a bit further, and it should be fine. So, and from here, we just go across. And the misalignment blip is there. That's nice. Okay. So, what now? The next part was the chemical plant, right? And the chemical plant needed glass instead of the thing we're making. So that's okay. I don't mind spaghetti over water. I don't mind spaghetti at all, to be honest. So here is going to be the chemical plant. I think, yeah. Now, the matrix labs. I want the matrix labs as well, but since we have... It's all the way back here. And it needs iron, and we don't have iron anymore. Yeah, so it's going to be made back there somewhere. This lab is kind of slim and kind of long, so we might make something up here as well. So let's set the recipe now. Chemical plant, and I think that's the final part. We didn't set up the oh, there's one component, I think. Yeah, the landfill. That's going to be at the very end. So that's going to be here. Landfill. It's not landfill though, it's foundation. And the foundation only needs steel and stone. So here. There. So in, out. And you need probably both of these as well. Stone, steel, out, green, and glass. So this thing needs this thing, then we can remove this. And this. And let's see. Why aren't you making? Because we didn't put the sorters on. Brilliant. So what else are those used for? Power poles. So we can connect it to up and go all the way back. I think that's going to be the thing. So here. Wait. This is something we can do vertically. So let's do that. Let's use a splitter. It's going to be here, I guess. And it's going to be... Oh, that's perfect. There. Let's try this. Here. Let's connect here. And let's also have it one up. It costs a bit of extra belt. I should have done it here, but I don't want to landfill more than I need to. And this looks a bit funny. Let's see. Is this enough? Let's try. So this one in, this one in. Yeah. And then 2 out in case we want an extra belt. This is, of course, my first iteration at this, so it might be like squeezed a bit later if we want to like make a blueprint out of the perfect mall or something like that. But the game doesn't have blueprints yet, so right now it doesn't matter. So we need power for this. This needs to be here, I guess. Let's add one more. Is it done? Is it perfect? Is everything right now? They stack in 1,000, I think, so 2 stacks should be fine. We're out of steel. No, we're not out of steel. Good. Everything is working as it's supposed to. This isn't. Because, why? Because I didn't connect it yet. So that's you. So, one up. And here, then back down. Here. And there, sure. All of this can be fixed later. But I have to say, this is a good mall. It looks so simple, but because I stopped the belts that we didn't need anymore, like the stone, or where the stone comes in, it feels very smooth. I'm happy with this, and iron goes into steel. Yeah, this is quite organized. I enjoy. So, we're only going to do 1 stack here at the very beginning, because, well, not you, because we want the product to shift down as well. Yeah, this is neat. When this is done, of course, we need the glass. A bit of like behind the scenes spaghetti outside the mall, and a beautiful split lift as well. So we are covered on power. We are, oh no, we're missing 1 item. We're missing something. We're missing the labs. The labs, it was something awkward with that because it needed the early products and glass. And let's see, early products would be here. So if we add glass here, then that's completely fine. So you are the labs. And that means we need another split, or so we definitely need more mining at least. And of course everything needs buffer time here. But if we do glass for the labs, oh, we don't have smelters, let's go to them all. Smelters, plop, 50. Oh, perfect. It feels so nice when you get to that stage in the game. So we can either split or we can add more on this side. I'm going to add more on this side for now. So we do here, and how tall does it need to be to go across? It doesn't need to be very tall at all, the belt. So here, and we need it to be one back here and there. Oh, this can be much smoother because we can have 3 belts below. Then again, I like to be able to rotate in and out belts, so I don't know. But adding one product like this is good. And let's see, that was this, and this, and this, and this. Do we need 5 items? No. We don't need gears, so we can remove the gear inserter there. Starting at 1 stack, so it doesn't take all of the what is it? These ones. But as we might have suspected, we need more machines for this. And are we actually using all of the iron? No. We aren't. So add another splitter or make some squirrelies. I'm going to make some squirrelies. Because I like that they function like this. Can we go at this height? No. This height, light there. So we need that. Then we can go down here, and then we can go down here. And no. That didn't work, did it? So here, this is just squirrelies to be squirrely. I should have just added another splitter. I have to say, this looks good though. It does. It looks good. Yeah. And of course, like in Factorio, when it works just as efficiently as everything else. It doesn't matter, really. And it's always changeable, so we can always just change it later if we want to. So, we have steel happening. Enough steel. We have way too many steel makers. And we have the everything else happening, and everything will back up. I keep talking about my philosophy on that. We only need 1 stack of these. Jeez. I'm glad we noticed that. We have the extractor. We're starting to get the refinery, so that's going to be next episode. We're going to look into the red science. Red science? Blue science? Wait. Red science, yes. Now the red science needs things. It needs hydrogen and the coal item. What's the name of the coal item again? Graphite, energetic graphite. So the graphite part is extremely simple, and the hydrogen is also quite simple, to be honest. So it's not that bad, but we need to find oil somewhere somewhat yeah, here, for instance. It's a bit far, but it has, well, it'll do. There's a lot of it as well, so that's good. So we need oil from there and coal from here. Maybe this is going to be long belts, but that's fine. So this looks good, but the plan is behind. Anyway, mall is, I was going to say completely done, but it's not completely done. It's just temporarily done while we set up the next science, because we are going to need more science to gain more products to make in the mall, because we're making everything now. Everything we want to make anyway, skipping this. But the rest is in here, even the labs. Yeah, even the labs soon. Oh, that was anticlimactic. There we go. Everything is in the lab. Damn it! I messed it up. Everything is in the mall, even the labs. Hooray! Good. So, next science is going to happen. I feel like this is where the game starts. I guess for every level the game starts again, because it's new projects, but this project was fun and clean. Surprisingly clean to be me, but I like it. I did some pondering on this one and I like the solution. Even though it's mostly improvised, it's nice when it works. So well, there isn't anything more to say, I think. Mall is done for now. Mall is done with everything. Anyway, repeating myself, next time we're going to do the red science. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.